Jai Sri Swaminarayan, SSGM English Medium School, run by Sri Sajanand Gurukul Mankwa, heartily welcomes you to this online education platform. In last part, that is in second part, we have discussed the process of photosynthesis and more about stems. So here we move further and carry on the remaining topics. So as we discussed last time, the photosynthesis. So photosynthesis is the process by which green plants prepare their own food with the help of water, minerals, carbon dioxide in presence of sunlight with the chlorophyll. So here we move forward. How do we know that the leaf has prepared the starch and not received it from another part of the plant? To test this, the above activity can be repeated with a little difference. So they are saying that how starch is prepared or not. We will test this by one more activity with little bit difference as we perform one earlier. Place a potted plant with a green leaves in a dark room for a day or two. Now cover a portion of a leaf of the plant completely with black paper and leave the plant in the sun for a day. So they are saying that take a potted plant. Potted means simple the plant which are available at our home with green leaves and which have green leaves in a dark room for a day or two, and put that plant in the dark room, where dark room means where light is not reachable, there is no direct sunlight or no any other type of light is reaching to them, and cover a portion of a leaf of the plant completely with black paper. So cover such one portion of leaf with a black paper means if you are having this leaf, cover this portion with a black strip. Cover this portion, okay, cover completely with black paper and leave the plant in the sun for a day, and put this plant in a sun for a day. Remove the leaf covered in black paper and repeat the starch test for the starch. So they are saying leaf cover, remove this cover, cover means this black paper from the leaf, and test for starch. What do you see? Which part of the leaf shows the presence of starch? Does this help us understand that leaves produce starch in the presence of sunlight? So if you test this leaf for starch test, it does not show the presence of starch as it does not receive sunlight for the from a long time. So as it is earlier potted in a dark room for 2 to 3 days, later on it was put on sun, but it is still covered with a black strip. So that portion does not receive sunlight and it will not show any kind of starch test. We see that the stem supplies leaf with water. The leaf uses the water to make food. The leaves also lose water through transpiration. How do the stem and leaves get the water? That is where the roots come in. So as in earlier parts we have discussed that the stem convey the water to the leaves and leaves prepare their food. Also leaves show the transpiration. That food is prepared is again supplied to the other parts of the plant through stem, and also it need water for photosynthesis. But where does that water comes from? So here's the role of roots come in. So next is 7.4, that is root. Look at figure 7.13. What do you think is watering their plant correctly, Paheli or Bojo? So Paheli, and there are two types of plants, okay. This is potted plant. So one more plant is there. So they are saying which one way is correct of watering the plants. So correct way of putting plant is to put here, okay, or to so which one is the correct way? The correct way of watering plant is this one, as the water reaches directly to the soil and that water is absorbed by the roots and move to the other parts. So see how this happens. So which part of the plant is in the soil? let us learn more about this part from the following activities. So to understand this totally or fully, we have to perform few activities, that is activity 6. You would require 2 pots, some soil, khurpi for digging, blade or a pair of scissors and water. So all you need that for this activity we need 2 pots, some soil, khurpi is a device which is used to digging out the soil, and blade and a pair of scissors and a water. This activity is to be done in group of 4 to 5 students. So 4 to 5 students can make their group and perform this activity. Select 2 weeds of the same kind from an open ground and dig them out. So in this activity they are saying that first of all make a group of 4 to 5 students and then take 2 weeds of same kind, same type. Weeds mean that's unwanted plants which we do not require for our commercial purpose or any other purpose, that are useless plants which are grown in the open ground for this activity. Take care that their roots do not break. So we need to take care that their roots do not break. Plant one of the weed in the soil in pot A. Cut off the roots from the other weed and plant it in the soil in pot B. Water them regularly. Observe the plants after a week. Are both plants healthy? So they are saying that take 2 weeds. Okay, take 2 weeds. One plant is there in which their root is present, and another plant is there which does not have roots. So these are 2 plants potted in pots. So does this, both the plants are watered regularly, but one is without root, isn't it? Does this activity help you understand an important function of the root? Let us do an activity to study another function of root. So in this activity they are saying that in this one pot plant has roots, another does not have any kind of roots, and we have to water this plant, to both the plants regularly for 4 to 5 days, and we have to observe these 2 plants after 4 to 5 days. One most important function of roots we will get from this activity. One more function they are saying. Let's see activity 7. We would require seeds of gram and maize, cotton wool, katori and some water. So they are saying take some gram and maize, seeds of maize and gram, cotton wool, katori and some water. Take 2 katoris, place some wet cotton wool in them. Put 3 or 4 seeds of gram in one and maize in the other. Keep the cotton wet by sprinkling water every day until the sprouts have grown into the young plants. After a week, try to separate the young plants from the cotton wool. So in activity 7, they are saying that take a katori and put some cotton wool inside it, and also to put 4 to 5 seeds of gram and maize and water it or keep water sprinkling on regularly. After a week, you will observe that is it easy to remove that maize or gram seeds from the cotton. We have to water the plants until they sprout. Sprouts mean that white colored structure coming out from the seeds, that is embryo. The stage is known as sprouting stage or sprouted. We can say that the seed is sprouted. So was it easy to separate the cotton wool from the roots? Why? In activity 6, we could not easily pull out the plants from the soil, right? We dug them out. The root also help in holding the plant firmly in the soil. They are said to anchor the plant to the soil. You have seen that there are different kinds of stem and leaves. Do the roots also show a variety? Let us find out. So by doing these 2 activity, activity 6 and activity 7, we conclude 2 main functions of root. In first activity, we see that potted plant which has roots will grow faster than the plant which does not have roots. And second function of the root is that roots hold firmly into the soil. It take position and does not allow tree to move from their position. So it firmly hold the plant at their location, otherwise it will bend or break through the high speed winds. So it does not so happen because of roots, because root does not allow to move to other sides or bend. It firmly hold the plant at their location. So activity 8. Study figure 7.16a and b carefully. Now look at the roots of the gram plants you have pulled out from the cotton wool. Do they look like the roots shown in figure 7.16a or those in figure 7.16b? So how about the roots of the maize plant? Write gram or maize in the blank spaces in the figure after matching the roots with the figure. In what way are the roots of gram and maize similar? In what way are they different? There seems to be two different types of root, isn't it? Are there also other types of root? Let us find out. So in this paragraph they are saying that there are two types of roots found in plants also. As we discussed about the venation, that leaf venation is also two types, that is reticulate and parallel venation. Similarly, they are also saying that there are two types of roots also available in plants. So they are saying to observe the maize and seeds of different plants to see the different varieties of roots. So activity 9. Go to an open ground where many weeds are growing. Dig out a few weeds, wash the soil of the roots and observe them. Do you find that all the weeds that you have dug out have either the kind of roots shown in figure 7.17a or as in figure 7.17b? So as we have seen that in figure 7.17a and b, one b and so you can see this two type of different roots in figure 7.17a and b. You clearly understand the difference between two types of leaves here. Further, for roots of the kind shown in figure 7.17a, the main root is called taproot. So this main root is known as taproot, and the smaller roots are called lateral roots. So all these smaller roots are known as lateral roots. So main root is known as taproot and the smaller roots are known as lateral roots. Plants with root as shown in figure 7.17b do not have any main root. All roots seem similar and these are called fibrous roots. So there are no any main root, all are look like similar and these are known as fibrous roots. So these two types of roots are present, taproot and fibrous roots. In first type kind, in taproot there is one main root along with the smaller roots, these are known as lateral roots, and second type of roots are known as fibrous roots in which all roots are look like similar. So separate the weeds you have collected into two groups. In group A, put those that have taproot and in group B, those that have fibrous roots. Look at the leaves of the plants in group A. What kind of venation do they have? What kind of venation do you see for plant of group B? So they are saying to group the students of 2A into A and B which have collected taproot plants or fibrous roots plants. So do you notice that the leaf venation and the type of root in a plant are related in a very interesting way. So they are also saying to observe the roots and leaf venation of these plants and this other type of plant, these two type of plants. So they have find some interesting in root and the leaf venation combination and the type of root for some plants you have studied in all the activities so far. Bojo has a brilliant idea. If he wants to know what kind of roots a plant has, he need not pull it out, he just has to look at its leaves. So if you Bojo got an idea that if he want to know the type of roots of a plant, he does not have to pluck the whole plant, but by seeing the venation of a plant leaf, he can directly answer which type of roots it have. So we have learned that roots absorb water and mineral from the soil, and the stem conduct this to leaves and other parts of the plant. The leaves prepare food. This food travels through the stem and is stored in different parts of a plant. We eat some of this as roots like carrot, radish, sweet potato, turnip and tapioca. We also eat many other parts of the plants where the food is stored. So in this part they are saying that roots absorb water and mineral from the soil. This around is soil. So this collect water and mineral from the soil and takes to the stem, and then stems to the leaves where plants prepare their food. And from these leaves they take food again back to the stem and different parts of the plants. So some stems are also eatable, which we can edible or we can consume. These are radish, carrot, sweet potato and turnip and etc. Do you agree that stem is like a two-way street? Write down the name of material that goes up the stem and that which comes down. So this stem is acting like a two-way channel. So this takes water to the upside and bring foods to the downwards. So we can say that stem is acting like a two-way street. In the next section we will study about the structure of flower. So in next topic we will discuss more about the flowers. That will be our last topic. We will discuss later on. Thank you. Jai Swaminarayan.